at this point. It's one of the things I love about the narwhals. This thing, it dives quick, it dives fast, and it dives quiet. That's a decoy. Due north of us. Hold the phone. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, because that's a decoy indicator.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 2, bearing 097.
Those are mine. That was my sonar pulse. There's his. Who the heck is him? No, those torpedoes both came from the cannon.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Who is that decoy? Because over here we've got the Gresha. There's the dead Ugra. There's the dead cannon. Don't you dare turn around, torpedo. There's the two from the cannon. He's running for his life. I can't blame him. I'm gonna hit him with an armed harpoon. It'll be fine. But who is that? Because that is a decoy. Okay, what's its approximate bearing to us? Looks like it's right around here somewhere. Sorry, I'm zooming in on the sub, but it's over there someplace. Who is that? We have a solid contact on the Gresha.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Exactly where he is. There was an explosion sound in the distance. At least it wasn't us. We know it wasn't us, but there was definitely an explosion in the distance. Let's get this last tube reloaded. Oh, we're down here. Holy crap, what? Well, we killed the resupply tender we've got sent out here to kill, along with one of his escorts. So if nothing else, that's a plus. The only problem is I can't come back up to the surface because the Gresha laid a torpedo. You know what, we're going to actually set a course up towards that decoy.
022, helm aye.
And we're going to see if our Toda Ray picks anything up as we go up. Because my guess is if there's torpedoes getting thrown around... Well, that's a Ugra. Ugra is a... Let me pull up the list. Kia. Actually, it's a merchantman now that I think about it. Let's see if we can find it. I think it's an Ugra. Yeah, Ugra. So, this thing's job was resupplying submarines at sea. So, wait a minute. That sound was a bad sound. That...
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Those are not decoys. Those are sono buoys. Wait a minute. We don't want to be anywhere near that.
Come right to 075, helm aye.
We are now
Break ship
apostle.
for ultra quiet.
Oh god, this just got a lot harder. I knew there were maritime reconnaissance aircraft operating in the area, but I didn't... I was kind of hoping they wouldn't show up. Now, luckily for us, the quick look I did get at that thing, it is not a Tu-95F Bear, which is a much heavier duty maritime reconnaissance aircraft, at which point we'd be in a much deeper crap. But, that having been said, that is still a 4-engine maritime reconnaissance aircraft that is not a helicopter. Helicopters, although annoying, aren't the most dangerous thing in the universe. Those maritime patrol aircraft, however, with their sono buoys, are a major problem. So he had a decent idea of where we were, too. So we needed, maneuver towards these wrecks a little bit so that the crumpling sound of the wrecks, if nothing else, can kind of disguise the sound of our submarine, like crawling along and trying to not get found. Although that having been said...
Con, helm, steady course.
No, it's not a P-3V Orion because it's a Russian aircraft. It's one of the Russian maritime patrol planes. The Russians may have had a knockoff of the Orion, but that thing is definitely not an Orion. Having been said, there are a lot of weapons in the water right now that I can still hear at least one of them. So I'm not going to re-engage this guy until... I mean, we have a perfect solution. We can see him. He's right there, because we have the 95% solution. But with the sonar buoys out, I want to at least get either to the point where we're so bloody close to him that I can just, let the torpedo go and it could go straight up and hit him. Or something along those lines, but... Yeah, the Grisha, let's see if I can find the analog on it, or the, our description. Grisha 3. Yeah, this thing is not the most dangerous thing ever, it's just a frigate, but I want it dead, because it can it might not be able to track us down like the aircraft will, but at the same time, it is another threat. It is armed, and it does have the 6,000-yard rocket-launched grid. No. That could be a problem. If it gets within 6,000 yards, it can rocket launch a barrage of basically hedgehogs of us. Did anybody else hear the explosion? I know I was talking, but... You know what, we're gonna take a minute, and I'm gonna feed him a torpedo.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna take a bit of a risk here. Okay, so there's the weapon away.
Come right to.
Now
1,
we want
2,
to
5.
clear...
Helm aye.
Yeah, we want to clear datum as soon as possible. Because I imagine the sonar buoys heard that anyway. So we want to be not where we fired it, and not down the line of its bearing either. So we're going to head over to the wreck of the Canaan. That thing.
Come right to.
We're heading to that.
1-1-8.
Because that
Helm
makes
aye.
a lot of noise. If we can park ourselves somewhere in this space, for example, that'd be perfect to be able to be like, yeah, no, you can't hear us. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's go ahead and get this weapon enabled. No, I'm gonna... Patience. I'm gonna let it run to its acquisition point before I pop it active, because I don't have it running active sonar. It is running only... Well, we'll have it run active. So as soon as it enables, it's gonna send out a ping. We'll see how that goes. Alright, it's gotten close enough. And enable.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
See it over there. Yeah, its first ping, it got a solid acquisition. It's might lose him for a second or two, but it's gonna get him. Plus, we still have the control wire, so we can kind of manually navigate it in if need be. Yep, there you go. Up it went. You can hear the aircraft engines in the background. It's kind of terrifying, to be honest.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 077.
The only other concern I have is that even though the Grisha can't pick us up on its own active, its active pulses might still reflect off of us and go to those buoys. Well, there's the next
fire
sonar.
control, weapon acquired.
Got dropped right there, which tells me that their aircraft either has no idea where we are at all, A. And I seriously hope it's case A. Or B, what they're doing is they're starting to drop a
Con
sonar buoy now.
noisemaker, bearing
So that
080.
It knows we're within an area, and it can just buzz around with its MAD sensor, the magnetic anomaly detector, and just track us down versus the seafloor, and then lay a volley of mines and torpedoes into us because we can't leave without its sonar buoys picking us up. Those are the two options I see. I'm personally very much hoping that it's just... Actually, you know what? I'll give a lot of credit to this Grisha captain. He's doing a very good job of evading a torpedo that wants him. That having been said, I still have the control wire, which means it's going to come around and it's going to find him. Don't you know? That aircraft flew way too close. Okay, that can go away. So
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Good sounds. Good sounds. Acquisition homing. The layer's only
Con
80
sonar
feet.
lost contact. Master 3,
Hey.
last bearing 093.
Yeah, at
Contact
80
breaking up.
feet, most sonar buoys will sit at a minimum of like 100 feet, or they sit on the surface. If I had to guess, they're probably under the layer, but it's only a very weak layer anyway. The layer will not help me much against sonar buoys. Honestly, I've been playing this particular battle as if there wasn't a layer, with just the advantage of a layer between me and the surface ship, so everything's going to be a little bit harder to see than what I'm expecting. Although the ocean is at 95 decibels right now, so as long as I stay at ultra quiet, in theory, they shouldn't be able to hear this thing, because the Narwhal, as I said earlier, is an extremely quiet submarine because it used a natural circulation nuclear power plant, so it was less efficient and didn't produce as much power. So it's not a very fast submarine, but in exchange for that, it is incredibly, incredibly quiet because it doesn't have anywhere near the same machinery to pump water around the ship. It just uses the nuclear reactor to pressurize and then have water just kind of flow naturally, like it would in, say, a river, as opposed to like having actual pumps. Or at least within the power plant anyway, which saves a lot of sound. Yeah, there goes the frigate. Let's see, how close is that aircraft? Oh, no aircraft nearby, we can leave, yay. We win, kind of. We're not dead anyway. We're running out of weapons, though. Superb effort in locating and eliminate the enemy's ability to resupply their submarine forces at sea. Keep up the good work and await further orders. Spectacular. Safe seas. Several NATO naval groups have recently been operating unopposed. A Pentagon spokesman revealed that the enemy's ability to efficiently operate around the Greenland Sea has been dramatically diminished for reasons that remain classified. Yes, we are very classified. However, we only have 3 torpedoes left, so that could be a major issue. Oh god. Okay, satellite reconnaissance recently spotted an enemy landing force leaving Murmansk 4 hours ago, heading into the Norwegian Sea. Recent intel reports indicate the enemy planned an amphibious landing at Bergen. You must engage the force before the landing occurs. Intel further reports the landing force consists of several Rapuchka and Alligator class transports and their escorts. Find and kill the landing ships. Kill the escorts if possible. Well, let's look. So we have 3 torpedoes and 4 missiles. And that is it in our weapons store. Crap. And a pair of Mosses. The Mosses will be important once we run out of torpedoes. Mobile submarine simulators. So they basically pretend to be me. Oh boy, this is going to be an adventure. Okay, time to maneuver away. So they're headed to Bergen. Well, in a perfect world, if they're coming out of Murmansk, I should be able to intercept them outside of Antoya, where the water is somewhat deep and gives me enough room to, play the game of maneuvering. If nothing else, Sosis along here will pick up there it is. So it's 20,000 yards. We have a very strong
Con sonar.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, so you have a very strong duct, very strong thermal layer at 290 feet. So it's basically a wall in the ocean.
Con sonar, new contact bearing
ocean
092.
herself is
Designated
only
Sierra 2.
But with the ocean itself only at 75 decibels.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0.
Make depth 4, 5, 8, dive by.
Yeah. So the ocean is at 75 decibels. That is...
Con sonar, new contact
freaking
bearing 0.
Con, dive at 4, 5, 8, dive by.
Yeah, after this, orders be damned, we need to get
Con
back to
sonar, new contact bearing 088. Designated Sierra 5. Con sonar, new contact bearing 082. Designated Sierra 6. Con sonar, new contact bearing 086. Designated Sierra 7.
Well, we're running out of torpedoes. Pretty soon you guys are going to have to
sonar,
share.
new contact bearing 080. Designated Sierra 8.
Oh boy, yeah, no.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 103. Designated Sierra 9.
Yep, you guys are going to have to share. Which means one of 2 things. Either A, we have to go charging in there, get them to shoot at us, evade their torpedoes, and have their torpedoes hit their own surface ships. Or B, I need to ID targets and make sure my weapons only hit what I want them to hit. Okay, that means there's going to be escorts that are going to live, which is a problem because that means there's going to be escorts that are going to want to kill me, that I'm going to have to, get away from. Okay, this just became a much bigger, much heavier duty adventure. I'm almost tempted to say we should have just let the invasion convoy land and see if the Marines and the Army do their job and beat off the Russian invasion. But okay. Well, we're at periscope depth.
Raise the ESM mast.
Up ESM, up periscope. We're definitely going to get seen for this. But at this point, I also don't have a ton of choice in the matter. Quick sweep.
Con sonar, Master 3 is classified as escort.
Those guys are outside visual contact.
Con sonar, Master 6 is classified as merchant.
What's the heading on Master 169? Lies. Okay, so we have a couple of the merchants I was able to visually lock onto with the laser rangefinder, but... Oh, you're very close. Hi, buddy.
Lower the ESM mast.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do
Come left to
very
0,
aggressive
4, 8,
maneuver
helm
and
I.
clear our baffles, because I have a creeping suspicion these guys probably have a submarine escort. And I have a feeling somebody's search radar said, hey guys, we have a weird disturbance in the distance. Because I'm starting to hear active sonar pulses, which is fine. It means we can track their escorts easier. Alright, now we're going to see if we can audioly identify additional... Okay, there's going to be warships. Oh, I seriously hope there isn't a Kiev or Kirov. That would suck. It makes sense. Let's
Con sonar, Master 2 is classified as escort.
Thinking this is a mood. Yep.
Con sonar, Master 5 is classified as merchant.
Yeah, the slithering off thing might very well become an active mission in a minute. But I'm trying to get good IDs on as many of the ships as possible.
Con sonar, Sierra 8 is classified as biologic.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That actually makes me feel a little better. Because if we have a biologic out here, that actually helps us a lot. Because that's one thing we don't need to hit with a torpedo. Oh, that looks like a submarine. Looks uncomfortably like a submarine. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you? No, really, what the heck are you?
Con sonar, Master 1 is classified as escort.
So we've got a blue rail that's sitting in the shadow of something much bigger than a blue whale.
Con sonar, Master 7 is classified as merchant. Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Okay, well, we have a bunch of missiles available to us. I'm gonna go ahead and rig the ship for a missile strike. Because if we can kill the transports, we don't... Command said they'd like us to kill the escorts, and I'm sure there are troops on the escorts. But if we can knock out
helm, steady course.
at least some of the troop transports, I'm sure that would help out the ground troops a good bit. Because every dead transport is one less transport full of, armor and such that is coming at them. Although I'm starting to doubt this blue whale. Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's starting to look progressively more likely, which is just an odd sentence. Okay, let's look. So they've got a cash-in doing loops. Maybe it's over there. That one's way the heck out there. 4 troop transports.